What up? What up? Fantasy Football Hustler back at you, and we are bringing you fantasy news today. An hour earlier than normal. So thanks for everyone who's showing up on time because, yeah, a little bit different. I got some things that, I'm doing a little bit later today, so we had to push it up. Bogard will be here soon. It's just going to be me and him rocking it today. But what's up? Who's up in the building? We got Big Kong in the building. What up, bro? He says Teddy Dogwater or Taysom. I'm going Taysom, bro. Let's rock it. And Antonio said, what up? What's going down, bro? What's going down? All right, Chandler in the building. What up, bro? David P in the building. What's going down, guys? Doing good on this Wednesday, hump day. All right, we got to get to some bullshit news to start it off. Jamal Adams' torn labrum is done for the season. Oh, man, it is tough. Out for the season. And, Seattle going up against Houston this week. I mean, it's not like he's the only good player on their defense or anything, but he is one of the best players on their defense. So no matter what, there is no replacing him. And, it's going to be tough. If you got him in a dynasty, you're just going to tuck him into IR, put him on the bench. But in redraft, yeah, full-blown droppable. It is tough right now. All right, for the Raiders, no Darren Waller. We weren't really expecting Darren Waller to come out today on a Wednesday, so nothing new there. Let's see. How about some stuff that we already kind of knew. We got Adam Thielen officially downgraded to out. Yep, finally. Now it's official. And Antonio said, have fun at the game tomorrow. Take a shot for me. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Oh, shit. And David said, guess where I just landed? Bro, you just landed. You said you were landing at 2. Well, pretty much right after this show, which should be an hour to an hour and a half, I'm getting a couple things, and then I'm going to be on the road. All right. What are some other things? Okay. For the Bengals, Joe Mixon is sick today and is not practicing. What in the hell is going on there? Because is the sick just the coach speak? It totally could be. Make sure you go get Samaje Perine. Okay. Whether you have Joe Mixon or not, just go pick him up. We don't know exactly what's going to be going down, with Joe Mixon this week. So you got to prepare. Okay. You got to prepare. All right. Let's see. For the Packers. So we know that, what's his name? Jordan Love is on COVID reserve right now. And so Kirk Bankert, I think that's how you pronounce his name, is taking the QB reps today. Yeah. So Rodgers, they are. Matt LaFleur already came out and said there's probably nothing that's going to hinder Rodgers from playing this Sunday, but he might not have too much practicing going on this week. Rodgers practicing is probably more important than everybody else than it really is for him. But we do like to see him getting out there at practice. And there we go. David said Logan Thomas placed on IR again, which makes him done for the season. We've been holding on to him for a really long time. Logan Thomas, we had really, really high hopes, and didn't really come to fruition. But it is what it is. We will be fighting for next year, right? Let's see. What's some other stuff that we kind of already know about? Well, sticking with Washington. So J.D. Mckissick not practicing. I mean, he was out there like running around or something, but officially a DNP for the day, did not practice. And then Curtis Samuel, limited in practice. They made sure to come out and say that they're really just managing his reps carefully. I'm going to say if you got him in a redraft league, just cut bait with them. Just get rid of him. If they're just going to be babysitting him, because they don't want the groin to get worse, going into the playoffs, we just don't need that. Just get rid of it. Get rid of them. And some good news for Washington is Montez Sweat is expected to return to practice today. So that is going to be dope for anyone who's been rostering him in a dynasty league. We need him. We need him because we probably picked him pretty high, and he's a dope tight end. A dope defensive end. And so, we need him out there. Let's see. Ooh, okay. Some more bullshit. Okay. Mark Ingram, Saints, placed on COVID reserve. He's the second Saints player this week to test positive. So that's it's hard out here. I'm hoping that Kamara comes back. We still don't really know. I don't have any information on Kamara just yet. We're doing this show a little bit earlier than normal. But yeah, tough. David, what are you talking about? When did that happen? And Will, what up, bro? Cooks, why is he questionable? Because he's still limited in practice. He has not. You don't lose the questionable tag unless you're a full go in practice and 100%, playing. And as of right now, he's not 100% playing. So yeah, we're just tomorrow we'll find out. Let's see. What do we got here? What the hell is Bogard doing? Bogart's making pickups in in leagues right now. Oh, he dropped Curtis Samuel. Must have heard me talking. Where do you see that, David? I literally don't see that anywhere. Let me see. Oh dang! 3 hours ago. Okay, there we go. I totally missed that. And so Montez Sweat placed on the COVID reserve. Yeah, he's so. Okay, so unvaccinated. Okay, so he's not playing for sure this week. I don't even know if we were talking if we were thinking that he was going to play this week or not. But yeah, so out for 10 days, not looking good for their defense. And second take extra. So I already talked about Mixon a little bit ago. It's kind of bullshit. So he missed practice because he's sick. That's all we know right now. But I told everyone, pick up some Samaje Perine. You got to go get him, okay? You got to go pick him up. And then Mitchell. So I'm waiting for Bogard to come on, and then we'll talk some 49er stuff. He should be on here pretty shortly. And dang, I just realized Bogard dropped Curtis Samuel he dropped him in a dynasty league. What's he doing? So I'm gonna have to go swoop. Oh man, stupid IR. All right, and Life and Sports Talk with Jake said, "Yo, what up? What up? Is Perine worth a handcuff to pick up for the playoffs? Hell yeah. Just said it right now. Go pick him up because Joe Mixon. I mean, he's out sick, today, but he's got a neck issue. Like the neck issue is nothing to play with. So yeah, we're just gonna deal with this, head on. But yeah, we don't know what's up with Mixon as of now. We just know that we gotta go pick up Perine right now, just in case. And Antonio said, right, I hate that IR thing with Sleeper. I know, man, it's fucking annoying. All right. Okay, he's here. He's in the building. Our man Bogard Scott free. Can you dig it, sucker?
Hey, I'm here 5 times a week.
Yeah, bro. Thanks for adjusting with the schedule, letting me get this in a little earlier than normal.
It's all good. My bad. I was late. I was it's lunchtime during this time, so I was just feeding the little man.
We're gonna have some people that are gonna have to go back and rewatch this, because I know everyone's waiting for these news shows every single day. And even though I'm on the road tomorrow, we're still gonna be bringing the heat at the same time, 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific. All right. And let's see. I know people are waiting for us to get into some Elijah Mitchell news. So he didn't practice today, but the MRI came back clean, is what they said.
On his brain.
On his knee. Wasn't it his knee and his head? Wasn't it both?
Oh, I didn't know there was a knee issue too. Wow.
So he's banged up, got the dizzies, got the concussion, and then got the MRI on the knee done too. So he had a knee issue and a case of the dizzies in this past game.
Okay, but they say the knee's good, and I'm saying if he doesn't get into a limited tomorrow, then I'm not. Then I'm worried about, then I think he's in jeopardy of missing the game. You know what I mean?
Because we don't really see it too often where people are like they don't practice on Thursday and then they're a full go on Friday.
Yeah,
unless they're not dealing with some kind of injury.
Yeah. So and like, it's a 5-day protocol, and the fact that he came back into the game on Sunday, you know what I mean, and he shows up to the facility Monday and he's talking about he got the dizzies, right? So they put him in the protocol and it's 5 days, and by the third day. By the 4th day in protocol, normally is when they'll let you get into padded practice, like limited. So if he's not on pace with that tomorrow, then I'm gonna pencil him in as out.
So you're saying because they didn't put him in the protocol on Sunday, that makes it that extra day or whatever probably gonna fuck him up in the end.
Yep, because then he would have been in the padded limited on Wednesday, then Thursday, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's usually how it goes when you get the concussion on a Sunday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's 5 days. So it started Monday because that's when they were like, oh shit, he has the dizzies.
Yeah. And David said pick up P. Ryan or Jermichael Hasty. And Will, he said, is Hasty worth a pickup? Hell yeah, he is. Addition by subtraction. Maybe the only one out there,
I will say, though, if Debo plays this game, that's going to fuck up all the Hasty hype we got right here. I'd be hasty on Hasty if Debo plays. I don't think Debo plays, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if Debo plays, they'll fuck around and give him 10 carries. You know what I mean? And then if, the secondary guy, which would be basically Hasty, is only going to get 10, 12 carries, I don't really like that. I want him to have 20 touches potentially. You know what I mean?
Who the hell else it's really going to be like Hasty and Juszczyk, huh?
Yeah. And then Debo obviously gets utilized when he's healthy. And then there'll probably be a practice squad guy that we bump up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But because isn't Sermon, is he on IR or just out?
On IR. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, someone said it earlier on the live stream I did earlier. They were like, damn, I can't believe I had to pick up Russell Gage and Jermichael Hasty to save my season.
Right? And going back to dude's question, whether he should get P. Ryan or Hasty. If you have Mixon, get P. Ryan or Hasty because you want to have a pivot. But if you say you have, you just need people to play, try to acquire both of them. Because they both might not go. There's a chance Mixon plays. There's a chance, Mitchell plays. But what if Mitchell plays and Mixon doesn't? You want to have, because they play in the same game and it's the 1 o'clock or 4 o'clock Eastern game. You know what I mean?
Got to keep your pockets loaded right now. So there's players who they may be playing, in the NFL, but they're probably not good enough to start, on your fantasy team from week to week. Get rid of some of those guys, because if you can pick up P. Ryan and Hasty, you got to do both. In every single league that I was in last night, I put in a waiver claim on both of those guys because whoever I get is better than, getting none of them. So try to get both.
Oh, yeah. And Joe Mixon, why you got to do it to me right now, B?
This is Joe Mixon style.
No. Let's not go there. Let's not make the masses correct. All the masses are scared, and that's why they get scared of Joe Mixon.
Well, but here's the thing. It doesn't matter, though, because if you're doing what we tell you to do, you're keeping your pockets loaded at this time. You're making moves. You're picking up running backs, and losing a guy right now, it hurts. But you should have your pockets loaded already. If you don't, then you haven't been listening to us this entire season.
Oh, yeah. I got a pocket full of sunshine.
That's what we need. And Antonio said, what up, Bogard? Give me money.
What up, Antonio?
Yeah. And Chandler said, I thought it was 10-day bogey, or is this a different one? So he was talking about the concussion protocol, not the COVID protocol.
Concussion protocol is 5 days 5 days, and they count the first day you get it as a day. So Jermichael Hasty, bam, gets the dizzies, goes into the blue medical tent, and I don't know if it's muscle memory or just super correct scandalous training, right? Where they teach you, hey, listen, if you get the dizzies, they're gonna ask you like these questions. Just memorize, you know what I mean? Like it could be as simple as that. I mean, obviously they do balance tests and all that stuff in the tent, but he came back out into the game. You know what I mean? And then the next day comes back to the facility and he's like, I'm all fucked up. And they're like, oh shit, put him in the protocol. You know what I mean?
And I mean, I think, everyone who plays in the NFL is a warrior. I hope that people don't play through some shit, where if they really got a concussion that they're playing through some shit,
well,
try to get a dub.
A lot of times when you get concussed, people will be like, I don't remember none of that.
Right.
They're on cruise control. They take the hit, wow. Then they're just like, you good? Yup. And they're just, everything is like, now they're on instinct or something. I don't know. But they're gone. That happens. Yeah. That's a common reoccurrence. And with people that, people's testimonies that having concussions.
Well, and that's why they got because it's not the team doctors, right? It's like a third party, like on there's one person who's a third party at every game, right?
So first you have your team once you're in the protocol, you have your team neurologist, right? That's the first couple days, right? Once you clear with the team neurologist, then an unbiased one, like you said, a third party, which is assigned, which is still funny because it's assigned by the league, like they work for the league, right? And these motherfuckers are the ones that are going to have the final say so. You know what I mean? But there's the protocol. 5 days, you know what I mean? By the third day, they let you get in the limited padded, you know what I mean? Or padded limited practice. And then, you just continue to limited. And normally when you get in the protocol and it happens to you on a Sunday, so you have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday, and usually you get cleared. Saturday the latest. You know what I mean? So I'm like Hasty, Mitchell got to get cleared by Saturday, or I'm just moving he's not going to play. And if he's not limited tomorrow, I'll put money he don't play. You know what I mean?
Well, and at this time of the year, we got to assume the worst right off the bat. You don't assume the best right off the bat. You assume the worst and you hope for the best. So we got to be making moves as if he's not going to be playing, this week, right now. And then if he plays, we'll see what happens. But got to start making those moves right now.
Oh, yeah.
And Life and Sports Talk with Jake said, did you see that Wilson may waive his no trade clause? Broncos, Saints, Giants may be in play. I mean, I've always thought that, Deshaun Watson, too. I think he's going to waive his no trade clause, but he's going to have a say-so in where it goes to a certain extent.
See, but it don't go to them until they have the deal on the table. Right. They're going to go and finagle the deals. And then, because the organization's going to want to get buku, right? Whether it's you're Russell Wilson or whether you're the Texans with Deshaun Watson, you're going to want buku. Then once you got buku as the offer, then you go, hey, look it, now you waive it. They're giving us this. You want to go there? And then word, boom, then they waive it. See, Wilson, what Jake's talking about is what last year in the offseason, before Dak Prescott got his bag, Wilson came out and it was his agent, but obviously he's a pawn in this whole thing, right? The agent comes out and tweets, Russell Wilson expressed interest in being traded, and these are the teams he would go to. And it was the Cowboys. It was what was it?
Miami. Was it Miami?
New Orleans, and I forgot. I want to say there was another one, but still though, that I even heard he's interested in Philly. You know what I mean? There's all kind of he's gonna want to get up out of there, bro.
Hell yeah, man. Who would want to play on the Seahawks right now? I mean, I brought up how earlier the first thing was Jamal Adams out for the season, torn labrum. They've steadily been going down here for a while.
Adams is the pussy.
Because Dalvin Cook is playing with the torn labrum, right?
Yeah, man. I put some duct tape on that thing like Baker Mayfield be. You know what I'm saying? He got a torn labrum, right?
But see, and I guess it's does he want to play? Well, I think he had something else wrong with him. It got. I'll go double check on that. I think there was multiple things wrong with him.
I know exactly what it is. That's a business decision. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, And what they're gonna do? They're gonna put him on IR anyway. He wouldn't be no use. He would just be designated to come back. Week 16, and then have, like still conditioned for a week before you even see the field. Then the season's over. It's no use.
Seahawks got to go on a tear if they're going to sneak in to the fucking 7 seed somehow.
Yeah.
And a grip of teams are going to have to lose to get them in there.
And he's not coming back either. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's one of those things, man. Like, fuck the Seahawks. Like, nobody wants to play with them right now, and it's because of old and senile Pete Carroll making all these dumbass decisions.
It really is. And you know what? Snyder got to go too. Their GM, the magic is gone from them being able to find gems in the mid rounds. You know what I mean?
It all went downhill after they got Rashad Penny in the first round. That lap fucked up their mojo for the rest from then until now.
And here's the thing too, is they historically with this regime would trade out of the first round.
Yep.
Because they would be like in the back of the first. And then no one wanted to trade out with them, wouldn't let them bump back to like the top of the second round. So they just like, fuck it, we're gonna grab them here. Because that's what their whole intention was. It was to get Penny in the second round. But they're like, all right, fuck it. And here's another thing.
It was a panic pick. I'll say it. It was a panic pick because they really thought that they were going to move out of the first round like they always do. And everyone was like, fuck you guys. You're always coming up on some good picks. Take your first round pick.
They should have just went defensive because during that time, they were trying to preserve their identity as a running team.
Yeah.
You already had Chris Carson. You know what I mean? They even brought in Mike Davis as depth. And then you draft Rashad Penny in the first round, only to have him not even active. Like 90% of the time he's been there, he hasn't been active.
That's an understatement. I gotta say like 97%.
I'll say 98.
It seems like he's never been able to play. His fourth year, going on his fifth year, and what's he played? Like 4 games, 3 games?
I'm in hella leagues with you, right? And over the waiver cycle, if you notice, I had picked up Penny in a couple spots. And if you look again this morning, I dropped him.
I'm getting rid of him in the dynasty leagues and the couple where I got him. Get him to the curb. He ain't gonna be nothing, not never.
So I need a commissioner move because I'm right before I jumped on, I heard you talking about you're like, yeah, Curtis Samuel redraft, yeah, get rid of him. I'm like, yeah, he's right. And I open my league. Like, oh, it's in the Dynasty 7. Like, I might need to add him back there.
All right, I'll do it. Because as soon as you did it, I was like, wait, what the fuck? What's Bogard doing?
See, but now you get it though, right? And then I'm like, then I went to the correct league and dropped him. Like, fucking A, dude.
All right, I'll add him back. Honest mistakes happen.
Isn't that great fantasy karma for you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want people to get screwed over in a dynasty league on an accident. And I with Sleeper, sometimes I swear I've done it where I've highlighted. I thought it was a different league. Like I think that I switched to a different league, but it stays on the same one. And so I don't know if that happened with you, but I know
exactly what happened. I know exactly what happened with me. I was in the league I was in, and then you know what I'm saying? I'm feeding my son. And I got you on a YouTube, and then I'm like, oh, she's right about the Curtis Samuel thing. So I swipe over to fucking Sleeper. But right before that, too, something popped up, and I clicked on it. Boom, let me see what that is. Because I like to see who people pick up, right? And then that opened me to another league. So when I went back in it, I was in the Hustle 7. You know what I mean?
And it was funny. I put in a waiver claim on Curtis Samuel just in case.
No, but see, because you know me, there's a possibility, but hey, you dropped Curtis Samuel? Yeah, fuck him.
Exactly. Hey, I didn't know. Hey. You never know. I mean, we got hella spots in this dynasty league, so I got some scrubs on here, but like guys like Tyson Williams, I'm cutting bait with Tyson Williams. Like he's never going to be a thing. Not never. Like he had all 3 running backs go down in front of him. They still went out and hired 3 more people to put in front of him. He ain't never going to be nothing.
Literally 3 more. Hey, at least he beat out Lev Bell. You know what I mean? Like, you Bell, you gotta go. You know what though? Mike Tyson Williams, well, he had his night in prime time in Vegas, like Iron Mike in his heyday. You know what I mean? Went out there and had the one drive of his life. Right, that was it. It was that first drive. I think he had like 4 carries and then he punched it in.
Yep.
That's all he did that game too.
Yep.
He like yards in a tug the first drive.
All right, let's see where are we at. We'll get back into the news here in a second. We'll rapid fire some of that. And Brent plays Madden says, I have Herbert, Carr, Taysom at QB. Is Herbert for David Montgomery a good deal for me? Hell no. Should I ask for Godwin instead? I'm not coming off Herbert.
Who's his other QB one?
Well, Carr and Taysom Hill. I'm assuming this is a 1 QB league.
Oh, okay. Because if it's a super flex, I'm definitely not doing it. But I was assuming it's a single QB. I'm probably still not doing that, man. But here's another thing too. Is like,
and here's more context. Here's more context. I only read half. I have Patterson and Gibson as my RBs, Deontay and D-Hop as my wide receivers.
You know,
I would really try to move Taysom for David Montgomery, and it depends on how good of a salesman you are.
I give him Taysom and Carr. Fuck it.
Carr might ruin the deal. Putting Carr in the trade might sour the deal.
You know what, too? I mean, because he says he has he might even be able to move Hopkins. Would you say that, like, if I could move Hopkins right now in a redraft? Because most redrafts, the trade deadline's passed. If I could, seeing what I've seen, knowing what I know, I would move DeAndre Hopkins for David Montgomery. Then I could run 2 running backs, one of my flex, and my second receiver, I'm throwing Corduroy in there.
I mean, I know we got to get to week 17 for it to matter, but the Cardinals versus the Cowboys, he's going to roast Diggs. Like, he is going to roast Diggs. And if
I don't disagree with you, but here's the problem with Hopkins is there's help. Like, they just go everywhere with the ball. They spread it around. Everybody's getting targets at minimum. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But you know how it goes, and especially you know how it goes this time of year. When you start getting towards the playoffs and all that, and I'm talking NFL playoffs at this point, you want to make sure that a guy like D-Hop is swaggy and that he is hot out there because you need him in the playoffs. Like, you need him to be that dude in the playoffs. And I really think that everything that we saw in this past week, we got to throw it out the window. It's the first.
Look at this. If I can get, I mean, who was the second receiver? DeAndre Hopkins and who?
Deontay Johnson.
Deontay Johnson. See, you know what? See if you can move Deontay Johnson and Taysom Hill, because then you can have Nuke Skywalker, and then have Corduroy pimping, and then all the running backs. Because I like Montgomery's schedule the rest of the way, and I like his workload. I do worry about Justin Fields coming in and not checking the ball down to him, but there was maybe one, I think it was one game that he started, and he was all right with Montgomery, you know what I mean? Or Montgomery was all right with him. So I'm saying I like it. I want him to get Montgomery. Herbert at the helm, Nuke Skywalker, Corduroy, then the three running backs. I like going as chunky as possible with running back during this time of year, because like as long as they don't die on you, they're guaranteed. Like with the weather, everything, you know how it is.
Yep. And Second Take Extra said, will we see you on TV when you're at the game? No, you won't. But I might be live streaming. I mean, I don't know how good my signal is going to be in there, but I'm going to be live streaming pretty much throughout the whole day, just at, various times.
You know what you got to do too? You got one of them portable charger things.
Yep.
Yeah. There you go.
Got it.
Go. Hey, you know what too? You want to get on TV? I'll make the phone call.
There we go. Bogard's putting in the call.
I'm making the call up top. I know people.
Yeah. And David said, I picked up Jermichael Hasty off of waivers. I also picked up Khalil Herbert just in case, and potentially to block the number 1 seed who has Montgomery. I'm the number 2 seed. Anything you can do to block your opponents, the better. If nothing else, you're fucking with their head, because he's going to see that and be like, damn, I probably should have did that. Fuck you, David.
Diabolical.
Yeah, hell yeah. And Jeff, he said, earlier you told me Everett or Morneau to pick up since Waller might be out. Which one is my best pick, though? I'm already in the playoffs, so just fighting for the bye week. So I don't have to drop anyone.
I like Everett.
Yeah, me too. I mean, they're going up against
He's been having top 10 finishes at the position. That's not saying much, but like, you know what I mean? It's better when you are versus you're not. You know what I mean?
they're going up against the Texans.
Yeah.
Giving up the booty to the tight end.
The Texans got the Judge Davis Mills lanes. Maybe he could actually make it a game. You know what I mean? Like maybe, right? Because Gerald Everett, that's how they're running the ball. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Can't run the ball, so they just go short with it. Yeah. And Everett's he's in that conversation. You know what I mean? Like when they're going short and pressure's coming, he's a hot read.
Yep. And Chandler says Hasty over Wilson Jr. Yep.
Hell
yeah.
Yeah, Wilson Jr. got a knee. I think his surgically repaired knees flared up. You know what I mean? So.
And David said, I wish I knew if AB was droppable. I mean, he's damn near droppable. Like he's hanging on by like a tiny little thread, and every day that goes by. I mean, all the teams that I'm like that have a bye weekend and shit like that, I don't really have AB in spots like that. But it just depends on how bad you need to pick someone up. That's what makes him droppable to your team or not. And what up, AK? What up, Amy? And she said, I'm hopping on late. Are we still hanging on to Sony? Yes.
Yes.
Debating on dropping him for Samaji.
No. Listen, what's his name? Sean McVay came out and said, we like what Sony's doing, and we'll continue to give Sony the bulk to make sure Henderson lasts. Like he said this. It's not verbatim, but I'm paraphrasing, but yeah, he said some shit along those lines. You know what I mean? Which is smart because Henderson was he was like a ticking time bomb. You give him 90% of the snap count. I'm surprised he lasted as long as he did. Now you got a calf. That's at least like that's potentially another week. Here's the one thing though. I think Henderson does maybe come back again, but it was like he was only active as an emergency role last week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that might be the case this Monday, or at minimum, he is just the backup role for now. You know what I mean? While he gets right.
Yeah, and I mean we got odd. I mean, for Henderson. So, I mean, just right now, it's one of those things where I mean, teams are probably not, debating not putting guys on the IR and letting them go through it. So,
yeah, I mean, but also too, it's the chess game shit. You know what I mean? Like they put them on IR, they're gonna know they don't have their quote unquote dynamic because Henderson is dynamic. You get down there in the red zone, you got to worry about him. I've seen them play action to him and then throw it to him in the flat while everyone bid on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can do Sean McVay things with Henderson. What's funny with Michelle is soon as he got traded right after the New England game in the preseason, I forget who they were playing, but it was the game where Ramondre Stevenson put up like 200 yards. You remember that?
Yeah, that was a big time.
Same game, everyone ran, and they were playing in Carolina. Everybody ran right against on them. Everybody put up hella yards, and then Sony Michel, he had like 5 receptions or some shit like that. They were just targeting him. They were like, "Look, Sean McVay, he could catch the ball." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like, look at him go. And then they traded him. And that's a real thing. You know what I mean? Belichick's not stupid. He'd be like, listen, they've been idling by ever since fucking Cam Akers went down. And he was like, I think we can get off Sony. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's one thing too why I like Sony with Henderson in this state right now. Because
they got him specifically for this reason.
Yeah.
Like exactly what's going on right now.
Yeah. And they didn't just want to bring in some, like they didn't want to trade for a Melvin Gordon. They wanted someone who actually has pedigree because he was part of a winning organization. He won the Super Bowl as a rookie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and he was the factor.
Yeah, scored the only tag in that year. And he killed it all playoffs.
Yeah, because that was really when he came on. He wasn't even that much of a thing for fantasy. I don't even remember if he was a thing in the fantasy playoffs.
He was like weeks 8 and on. He was like a thing. I remember. What was it? Who was still there? Obviously, James White was killing it. See, that's what it was. It was a big James White year.
I mean, still Rex Burkhead was there.
Yeah, everybody was there. Rex Burkhead.
Was that LeGarrette Blount? Was that the LeGarrette Blount year?
I don't know. Blunt was gone already. Who was over there? Bolden.
Fuck all these good Patriot teams.
Yeah. It's funny because they just find these types. Like they had LeGarrette Blount. They go in and draft Ramondre Stevenson, and they said they drafted him because when they interviewed him, right? They said we love how you run. Who do you model yourself after? And he said, my running style is modeled after my favorite running back, LeGarrette Blount. And they're like, word.
Second Take Extra said, I like this start time better. Well, the reason why we do 4 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Pacific is because so much news comes in from 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock Eastern. That's why.
Yeah.
It was just a sweet spot for the news to where a bunch would come in before that.
Yep. Because all the practices are done in the West Coast too. That's why.
You know? Well, almost all of them. I mean, they're still practicing on the West Coast, but you get news and stuff.
But that's what I mean. You know what I mean?
Yep. And let's see. Where are we at? My man Joe, what up, bro? Said, what up, my California bros? Which defense y'all like best this week to stream? 49ers or the Chargers? I have the Pats on bye. I don't know if I could trust the Chargers. Okay. So we got some news about the Giants too, because I know that everyone thought 100% it's going to be Jake from State Farm who's going to be going, and that's not 100% the case. So Danny Pesos, he still hasn't been cleared for contact yet, so I'm pretty sure he's out. Either way. But Joe Judge came.
Rappaport, I swear I saw Ian Rappaport this morning talking about like they don't expect him to play.
Right. Yeah, he's not going to play. So he hasn't even been cleared for contact yet. His neck issue, he's fucked. Same thing. These neck issues, they're not playing around with it.
He should just quit.
Yeah. Just do Andrew. Andrew Luck's got to be one of his, like, the people he looked up to. Just do it now. Don't wait. Just do it. And but Joe Judge came out and he said he expects Mike Glennon to be cleared of concussion protocol by the end of the week. And if that's the case, Glennon's going to start.
See what I'm saying? See how they word it? Expect, right? Because he got the dizzies on Sunday. So that was day one. You know what I mean? That 5-day pro. And I'm not like some motherfucker who actually looked this up. It's just that I watch Fantasy Doctors and they always talk about the breakdown of the 5-day protocol. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is what like the league and doctors that they're connected with or official appointed specialists or whatever. This is what they all agree is the proper protocol for them to go back and get rocked again the next week. You know what I mean? That's so crazy.
And Antonio said, I guess Jake is just going to have to go back to State Farm. Yep. I don't think he's sniffing the game this week. And but I still want to play the Chargers. I love the 49ers, and they're one of the teams who I said to pick up and keep them, don't drop them. But I think the Chargers this week versus the Giants is I like that a little bit better than the 49ers versus the Bengals. Giants are horrible right now, like horrible.
Yeah. And their line is really bad. Their offensive line. And like Joey, that's all you're going to say, Joey Bosa. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like that. And Mike Glennon, see, at least if it's Danny Dimes, he'll take off on pressure. Mike Glennon he has a receding hairline and he's going to stand there.
And he's going to take the hit. So Jake Fromm, he might end up getting in the game. He's not starting.
Jake from State Farm. He goes in there with khakis on.
That'd be funny. I mean, you saw how Gardner Minshew comes in there dressed up like fucking Top Gun and shit. What if he just comes in there dressed in a red shirt and khakis, rocking the Jake from State Farm? That'd be legit.
He was making people address him as Maverick that day. Like when he wasn't responding to. See, that's why I like Gardner Minshew.
Everything's just funnier with him. That's all it comes down to. I mean, he's just funny as shit.
If you go back to early real fantasy playmakers like 2019 shit, like, bro, it was crazy. Like, I made the illest case for Gardner Minshew going into last year for Superflex. You know what I mean? I had a ton of him. You know what I'm saying? Because like his numbers as a rookie mirrored Kyler Murray's rookie year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they set him up for failure over there. He was gonna do too good. They weren't gonna get the number 1 draft pick.
I'm saying. Hey, hold on, son.
And who else we got in here with some questions? Chandler, he said, Mitchell, should I grab Hasty or P. Ryan? P. Ryan seems like more potential with Mixon's neck injury.
Is Mixon not practicing at all? Like, what's his deal right now?
Oh, so you missed that part. So he's not practicing because he's sick. So he's sick, and that's the reason why he didn't practice. That's their story, and they're sticking to it.
But where's the neck come from? Because I thought it was an ankle on Sunday.
So
he was like saving it all up just to do the ultimate Joe Mixon shit. Like, listen, I'm gonna get an ankle, and I'm gonna get a neck, and now I'm sick. he's like, tell him, write him a note, write me a note. Give me a doctor's note.
Let's see. Stupid Bengals injury report isn't even up for today, so I can't see officially. Let's see. Yeah, seeing okay, and so here's why they're putting him as sick, because so now they don't have to put the real injury on there.
Okay.
So the injury report just says illness.
It's because sick with it.
These sneaky bastards, like they're getting real sneaky come this time of the season.
Well, I mean, it's a 1:00 game. Samaje Perine, if you grab him, it's partly blocking right now too, right?
Yeah.
And like, because if it's not like it's just going to be Samaje. You know what I mean? It's never even just Mixon. So like, if it's Samaje and if I don't know what Chris Evans' status is. You know, he is Captain America, but he'll be in the mix too. So I don't think for smash play against my Niners. We're a really good run defense.
Yeah. So you got to just try to pick up both. I mean, because both of these guys are really desperation plays either way. I mean, these are not guys who were going into the game saying, I'm extra excited about playing both these guys, because the Niners defense has been pretty good. The Bengals defense has been pretty good. So neither are a smash play. You try to get both where you can.
But I do say, with no Debo, Hasty is a smash play.
If no Debo. So, yeah, I mean, we still need other things. We still need other puzzle pieces to align before we can say that Hasty is a smash play.
Yeah, and like Debo, has he been limited or anything? Like, I don't have any Debo this year.
He never practices on Wednesday anyways. So, like, that's the thing. Like, today's not going to tell us shit for Debo.
You're going to read the report, and Debo took somebody's chain today. Okay, good.
He's back. He's back. Like, yep. And he's either way today. So we could have already expected that.
He'll be snatching chains in no time.
There we go. Life and Sports Talk with Jake says 18 days till you know what? The dab. Let's get it. Dude, that's dope. I like this countdown. He said 17 days, actually. There we go.
Yeah. Yabba dabba do, my friend. Yabba dabba do.
This is a dope countdown. I like it. This is better than the Jericho countdown.
Right? Listen, bro, I hit a dab with you, bro.
Yeah.
I haven't busted out the good old dab rig in a minute.
Yeah, me neither. I haven't taken dabs in a while.
It's just hella like, man, I hate working a torch. I'm the type that I fuck around and just light everything on fire, bro, on accident.
And Joe Harris says, I have Kamara. Also have Kamara. Would you drop Ingram for P. Ryan to hold so the Mixon owner doesn't get him? Yeah, so he's put on owner. He's on COVID. Ingram got put on COVID reserve.
So he could put him in his IR. If not, I would drop Ingram for Tony Jones because we don't even know if Kamara's going to play. And then it would be all
Fuck that. I'm not taking a chance on Tony Jones right now.
The Jets. It's the Jets.
I'm not taking. I will live and die on that hill. I am not taking the Tony Jones Pepsi challenge.
I would against the Jets. I mean,
you know what? I got to give you one example. Remember when everyone said start Rex Burkhead against the Jets?
You mean everyone as in me, you, and TD?
Yeah. And well, there's a lot of analysts saying that. I mean, because the Jets are the best team to stream your running back again.
Here's the thing. There's more context here. David Johnson was out that game, and the game before that, they got rid of Lindsey, traded Lindsey away. The game before that, and on that game before that, the one before the Jets game, he had 18 carries. And to be honest,
you're just making the case sound worse, now by adding the context.
No, the analysis was correct. Here's Rex Burkhead coming off of being the lead guy in the backfield, and there's only two heads in that backfield, and they're playing the Jets. Here's where everyone failed. We didn't know, not one person I know, including myself, was like, the Jets are going to come out here and shred. And then fuck the game script up for any running back over there for Houston. Because that's what they did.
But that's what I'm saying. Why can't that happen against the Saints? Because everything that is about the Jets, I'm throwing it out the window. In this game.
Hold on.
If Kamara doesn't play, that's what we're talking about right now. If Kamara doesn't play.
The Saints defense is really good.
They are.
I mean, Zach Wilson's he did that to the Texans. He's not going to do it. He's not going to do it to the Saints. And then last week, who did the Jets play last week? The Dolphins. Yeah, he's not going to do it he's not going to do it.
Oh, you know that you're making your case worse for Tony Jones Jr. If this is a really shitty game and the Saints only have to put up 7 or 10 to win, there ain't going to be no Tony Jones that we're going to like in this game. No.
I'm not saying anyone pick up Tony Jones. I'm saying this guy who's talking about I have Kamara, but I have Mark Ingram, and blah, blah, blah. If I'm that guy, I'm getting Tony Jones because I want to play whoever's the starter against the Jets. You know what I mean?
No Tony Jones, Triple X Lex says. I'm gonna be on that side of the fence. I already got burned by Tony Jones. It was because of the Super Draft Pro stuff. That's what it was too. That really even the redraft league that I probably lost because of it. I don't even care.
And you know what? That was another one too. I got overzealous on that one. I'm like, they're playing the Bills. They're gonna be playing from behind. Tony Jones is gonna pile up receptions. None of that happened. None of it. But I'm saying this time, no Mark Ingram, possibly no Kamara, and it's the Jets.
The Chosen Rose says, start one, Gage, Kirk, Judy, Reynolds, MVS.
I'm going MVS or Kirk, but and my case for Kirk is he's going to be in a shootout on Monday night. And
yeah.
And then MVS on Sunday night is nasty also because just Chicago is giving up 20-yard receptions like they're Oprah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, I'm going MVS on this because really one big.
I agree with you because like I said, I can make a case for both of them. They're like splitting hairs.
I mean, I'm nervous about Kirk. I mean, I know this past week, we really have to throw last week out of the window, for the Cardinals because we don't know what they're going to be moving forward.
It was a windy game too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Austin in the building. What up, bro? And let's see, where are we at? Chosen Rose, who will win? Team 1, Allen, Eckler, Madison, Renfro, Gage, Vermouth, Patterson, Arizona. And then Hopkins, Team 2, Burrow, Jacobs, Hilliard, Cup, Gallup, Kelsey, Darnell Williams, Packers, and Joseph. This one's tough. I think I'm leaning Team 1 as of right now. It is so damn close. What up? Anna said, hey, all just got here. Was there any talk about Damian Harris and his ankle? We're not going to hear anything about Damian Harris until next week because they're not playing this week. Bill Belichick gives up no kind of information when he doesn't need to. Big BS, Titans or the Chargers? I'm leaning Chargers, but I like both. Both of these are top streamers for me of the week. Chandler said Zeke MRI showed he improved his results and won't stop him from playing unless he's dragged off of the field. Yes, and when it came to Zeke talking about this specifically, he said that his right knee is not a bone bruise. He says it feels good. He's getting his strength back, but there is a lot of stiffness. So we'll take that for what it's worth. He's going to play, but I still think it's Tony Pollard season right now.
He needs to go down to Mexico and get him some of the Mexican steaks because they're chock full of roids.
And Chosen Rose said that Mickey Mouse show in the background, though.
Oh yeah, I got several children. There's
Yeah,
11. There's like 11 of them running around here. Me and Phillip Rivers got this bet going on. Who could have the most?
Antonio Camardi wasn't even on there. He came in, intercepted the ball, said, I'm taking this one and running with it.
That's good. See, that's the thing. I have aspirations of one day taking my clan and going to war with all the Cromarties.
They're deep. They're deep. He's got 13 soldiers over there. And they're all spread out throughout the country. I think there's only 6 that live with him. So they could catch you from anywhere. Better watch back at picnics, barbecues, at the movie theaters, better watch out. And Chandler says, yeah, mostly asking for a safety stash for the playoffs. What was it again? Yeah. A hastier P. Ryan. I mean, either one. I mean, I think it's gonna be Hasty. That's gonna be the better one, but you need to try to get both. Team Money says, is it safe to say Ayuk may be better when Debo is there taking double coverage? Probably. I mean, Ayuk's been pretty up and down. That's been a thing that, I'm just nervous about Ayuk altogether right now. And Smokey the Cat said, Hustler, is it a good strategy to base roster based on matchups and points allowed to the position, or just always put your top players in the lineup? Just always put your top players in the lineup. I try to not look at my opponents. I mean, I play in 45 leagues, so I mean, it's just been easier to avoid looking at the matchups in a lot of the leagues, because I try not to base my matchup decisions on them. It's like golf, like you're going up against other people, but it's really you against the course,
You know what's crazy, bro? Is like I just overthink and overanalyze everything. And like what always made it easier for me is that I actually used to do week-to-week rankings. So I just go through all my leagues and be like, boom, 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 because I have so-and-so higher or so-and-so lower. You know what I mean? And it just made everything easy for me. This year I didn't do that. So it's just been like, and I've realized a lot of the late swaps I have just overthinking everything, when normally I would just set it and just be content. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's for sure. Let's see. Game knee, what up? Said, should I play Conklin Thursday night or wait and see if Waller plays Sunday? Play Conklin. I don't think Waller's gonna play. I wouldn't bank on it.
And if you did want to wait it out, I mean, I would even just go grab Foster Moreau anyway if he's available.
Yeah. And Life and Sports Talk with Jake, kind of worried with Wilson at the helm. Carter has no ceiling when he returns.
We don't know that yet, because I would have said the same thing about Elijah Moore. Like, oh, fuck, Zach Wilson's back. Fuck him. Now Elijah Moore's going to die. And then Elijah Moore's still a thing. So,
you know what? I got to cut you off, because Zach Wilson came back, and now Elijah Moore is dealing with the quad injury in his day-to-day.
Elijah Moore is dying on us? I missed that.
See, I waited. That was one of the things I was waiting to talk about with you, and we've been going through these questions, but you transitioned into it nicely, and it's ugly right now. So they said that they are hopeful that he plays this Sunday. Quad injury, like same shit that is keeping Henderson out, kept a lot of people out. Bogart's got to go check his teams right now. But yeah, Elijah Moore, day to day, and Tevin Coleman in concussion protocol. There's the other piece of Jets news, and I'm worried about Carter too. Jake, Life in Sports Talk with Jake. I'm very, very nervous about Carter because the only time that Zach Wilson like checked down to the running back, he like threw it into his back. So I don't like it. I don't like it. Have to check a team real quick. Let me see. And Chandler said Hustler and Bogey need to make a Tony Jones bet. I mean, Tony Jones is so like uninteresting to me. I mean, if Kamara doesn't play, I'm going to be so upset about Kamara not playing that I'm just going to be like, fuck a Tony Jones, you know?
Listen, I'm going to be clear. If Kamara doesn't play and Ingram's not going to play, if Kamara doesn't play, that's the only way like Tony Jones becomes any type of interesting. And that's clearly a deeper league play or a desperation play. You know what I mean? But it's the Jets. So it's one of those desperation plays I feel okay about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there's rules to this one. Only if Kamara's out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's a big one.
If you're in a matchup this week and you're looking across your matchup and that person has Kamara, go grab Tony Jones. You know what I mean? Just keep him away.
Yeah. Yeah, Tony Jones is more of like a pick up and block than a pick up and play.
Yeah.
And Triple X Lex said I have Kareem Hunt as Dearness Johnson a good stash. I mean, kind of, but I mean at this point you need both Hunt and Chubb to both go down before Dearness is a thing. So I mean that's like an extra deep stash. I've gotten rid of my Dearness Johnson shares in redraft because I've been trying to pick up some of these fresh running backs hitting waivers.
Yeah, I mean, after the bye week, everybody got a little more right. So, like, you know what I mean? Dearness, I'll say this because in the Degeneration X Leagues, 14 teams, single QB, IDPs, all the shit. I'm holding on to Dearness Johnson just in case my Nick Chubb dies. I don't want that to happen. But, and even if Nick Chubb dies, that means Dearness is the number 2. He's not going to take over. It's Kareem Hunt becomes the number 1. You know what I mean?
And that league is very deep. I mean, we're talking 14 teams, there's nobody on the wire, at all. I don't even think Demetric Felton is available on the wire like that. That's how, little running backs are available.
Oh, yeah.
And Joe said, no Jones for me. I got burned by him before. Got burned by Ingram last week thanks to T. Hill starting. So it's either drop Ingram for P. Ryan or Hasty or keep Ingram. Yeah, I'm dropping Ingram. And I think that I'm going with Hasty if I'm picking one of the two.
Yeah, if I gotta make a move, because what is Mark Ingram to you anyway? A flex when and Kamara comes back, and he's coming back soon. And Mark Ingram's he's no use this week. I'm dropping it for something I need if I need a win.
Yep.
And I'm grabbing Hasty out of there.
Yeah. Triple X Lex said Seahawks said that Rashad Penny will see a lot of work this week. Is he worth a stash over Dearness Johnson? He's worth a stash over Dearness Johnson, but I don't want Rashad Penny. This is what happened the last time he played. Triple X Lex.
No. I know Triple X Lex said it, but I want to say who said that. Pete Carroll? That sounds like something crazy old Pete would say.
Yeah. Yeah, because here's something else that I see from Pete Carroll here. He said that Alex Collins will practice today, and Pete Carroll says that he could really be active in the game plan this week. With then they'll figure out Adrian Peterson's role as the week progresses.
Did you see him on the sideline? It was all of them. They were all on the sideline. Adrian Peterson, Rashad Penny, and there's paper, scissors, rock.
Yeah, and Triple X Lex said Pete Carroll said it. Yep.
Yeah, old and senile.
Old and senile.
But you know what, too? That's also his style of coach speak. He's always upping. You know what I mean? But he's also more than likely honest. They're going to try. You know what I mean? And they said this statement 2 weeks ago. We want to expand Rashad Penny's role. That's what they said 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
He out, gets one carry, and he slashes for 18 yards. Then he goes straight into the blue tent. You know what I mean?
One play cracks off 18-yarders. I think you said it or someone else was like, no, he stood on the sideline for a second before he went into the blue tent. That may have been just the second when, he watched the next play while they were getting the tent up. They weren't even expecting to need the tent that early in the game.
Listen, they had the tent up. They have Rashad Penny on the field. The tent is ready. You know what I mean?
The red carpet is already rolled out for him. And Triple X Lex says, wow, how contradicting. That's Pete Carroll for you. That is Pete Carroll for you. You don't know who it's going to be.
Here's the thing. You got to pay attention to what Pete Carroll says, though, because like I said, most of the time he's being honest. He said, okay, Alex Collins is going to practice. Okay, word. Then he says, oh, Rashad Penny's going to get more work. Okay, word. So that means Rashad Penny's going to be the guy, gets like 8 to 10 carries. And then passing down work is going to be divided between DJ Dallas and or Travis Homer. Right, Alex Collins will also get in he'll be the secondary guy, get in some early down work, and then Peterson will probably be the goal line guy. Like, that's annoying. We don't want any of that.
Devin said that old senile 49er beater.
Hey, you know what's funny is I think Shanahan, he tries to get into the mind of a senile man every time he plays Carroll. Because, bro,
he goes, what's that called? He's a method actor, huh?
Yeah, and like he just does crazy things, bro. Nothing worked, and it didn't help that like every play we have a starter on defense going down, and fuck Travis Homer.
Since everyone's been going down for the Niners, last year, this year hasn't been as bad.
This is just like par for the course for my Niners. We just go down.
And Fred Warner is expected back at practice. Mm-hmm. So I think he's getting closer to coming back. I don't know if it's going to be this week or next week, but we'll see tomorrow. We'll see the coach speak tomorrow on what it is. And let's see. And Chosen Rose says, I need to win this week to make it to the playoffs. Okay, here's something. I gave a public service announcement on the show before. Thanks for everyone who chimed in. You may have to go backwards because we started an hour earlier today. I announced it yesterday. Hopefully, I know a lot of people didn't hear it, but you guys got to make sure Saturday night, Sunday morning, those Q&As are the most important of the week. I'm not saying don't chime in the meantime. You better chime in because we're going to have news on who you should pick up and things like that. But those are the two most important shows of this week. So do not take any of my Wednesday starts and sits as final answer.
And Saturday night, we're doing a special edition of the Real Fantasy Playmakers, only the tip edition, right? Saturday night. Time to be determined. I think we'll probably be. Should we do normal time like we always did the Saturday night show?
So we've been doing it at 11 o'clock Eastern, 8 Pacific.
We'll go a little earlier. Maybe we'll go like 7 or something.
Yeah, that sounds good. because everyone's gonna be doing stuff on Saturday anyways. But that'll be a good time. So 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific.
Yeah, and it's and in theme of the series, we're gonna continue with the what if. But we're also just gonna do a huge Mangus Jangus Q&A. You know what I mean? Just because this is the fantasy football regular season finale. Like this is it. We're here. This is that last check gate or a checkpoint before the dance.
Yeah, and we've heard this before, and I'm gonna keep saying it all week.
Last game of the year. Can't hold anything back now.
Last game of the year. Can't hold anything back now. If you need to win to get into the playoffs, you do whatever it takes. You drop anyone that you wouldn't normally drop. You got to make drops. Okay. Like you got to do it. You can't leave it up to chance. Not this week. And Facebook user says Hilliard or Stevenson rest this season. I'm going Stevenson. Even with the one game, minus one game.
Damian Harris, the son of the devil himself, has a hamstring too, and they're New England, so we're not going to know anything about it until they come off their bye week. You know what I mean? But it could be serious. You know how these hamstrings are. It could be a few weeks. So, and you know how it is in New England too. You don't just necessarily get your job back. You have to do something to lose it. So Stevenson's kind of going to get a grasp on this and a stranglehold. You know what I mean? Of that starting gig.
And it could be kind of what we saw from Sony Michel in his rookie season where he comes on and he's a thing now through the playoffs. And right now they are looking like the team to beat in the AFC.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the evil emperor. He's with all his dark force magic, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And watch the next time the Bills play New England in another 2 weeks, right? They're going into New England. He's gonna dial up some snow. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And Ward said, "Is Taysom Hill good to go for this week?" So the specific news on Taysom is that he's dealing with the finger issue. It is a lot better than it's not as bad as like the Russell Wilson issue. Taysom says that he is good to go. And both him and just got this news that came in a couple minutes ago. Taysom and Alvin Kamara, both full participants in practice. Too bad this didn't come in 20-something minutes ago. Then we wouldn't even wasted so much time on Tony Jones's ass.
Hold on. You know, I have a secret I want to admit to. I almost want to bring up Tony Jones as much as I can just because he's Tom Jones' estranged son. And I always just want to find a way to break out into that song.
I will tell you, it is not unusual to see Tony Jones on your bench, okay?
Yeah, get rid of him.
Yeah. And then what did Taysom Hill said? Said it would be work in progress to see how effective he will be throwing the ball, but said he felt okay throwing the ball today.
Hey, you know Taysom Hill, he doesn't know how to read, right? But that's besides the point. My point is, Taysom Hill don't need to throw the ball against the Jets. Listen, Sean Payne, he was watching that Monday night game. He was like, we're going to run this thing 40 times. You know what I mean? And they fit you, bro.
Yeah, Taysom Hill's going to have at least 20 rushes in this game. So as far as fantasy goes, lock and load, full go. I'm
saying. And then one of my favorite super draft pro tight ends this week is Nick Van Nett because everyone tight ends scored touchdowns on the Jets, 1, and 2. I mean, no one even knows who Nick Van Nett is or what team he's on, or you know what I mean. It's just his multiplier's got to be high.
Yep. So not sure which one it is. It's either Hector or Zach from Breaking Down the Tape said Bogard for Dad of the Year. Much love, guys. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Hey, man, I really appreciate that, man, because you know what? When you're a father, you don't do things for credit. You know what I mean? You do things because that's what you're supposed to do as a father. You know what I mean? And so when you see me carrying the baby and dancing around and shit, because it's all method to the madness. He's not going to go to sleep if I'm just standing all boring. You got to hit, you know what I mean? They like the motion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got a gig with it. You feel me?
Yeah. And Second Take Extra said, is TD coming on today? No, TD couldn't make it. It's because we had to start an hour earlier, so I'm the one to blame, on it. TD will be back on Friday, though. And Nandaddy said, what's my word? What up? And said, why they got to say it like Hustler? Hell yeah, bro. What up? They can't play on my court. Can't hang with the big dogs. Stay on the porch. Hell yeah. We're getting wild. We're always getting wild. Uh-oh. Now she wants to party. She heard blow the whistle.
She's like, what? She looked at me like, put that on me. Put that on, Pops.
About to get extra hyphy up in here.
Hey, I swear my kids got old soul. I kind of believe in reincarnation to a degree. Like I feel like I'm an old soul. Like I've been and breathed several lives. And it's crazy because she'll start. I listen to a lot of oldies, and she just gigs like crazy. Oh, is that where you're from? The 70s? Like, you know what I mean? Like my son's the same way too, bro. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Like with Noble. So I'm lucky that I found out that he liked Michael Jackson, and I was just going through YouTube, and putting on DVDs.
Good thing he's dead because that statement would have sounded wrong.
Hey, come on.
I know.
But that was the thing that put him to sleep. And then all this different music and stuff, like all the stuff that
hold on. I'm sorry. I'm so immature. I was going to say Michael Jackson used to put kids to sleep. Hey, I don't want to ruin the man's legacy, but
God, you're bad. You're bad.
I mean, I love Michael Jackson. Thriller was great. He didn't do it. He made Thriller.
And the newest one, I forget what movie I was watching, but they had that song, the TNT, the Dynamite song, and Noble heard it, and now he's all into it. And now that's one of his favorite songs.
Now?
I mean, at least TNT. That's it.
Oh, sick. Hey, you know what's a dope movie that put my kids on the rock music? School of Rock, bruh.
Yeah.
And then they went down a rabbit hole. I started showing them all kind of like, classic rock shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that movie's awesome because the kids rock in there too.
Oh, yeah. And, oh, wait. Do we answer this? Smoking a Cat. Does Crowder have any upside with Davis and Moore out?
No.
Nah. I'm not messing with it.
He has volume. He has volume potential, but like, then really, who are they playing? The Jets are playing.
They're
playing the Saints. I'm not going to do that against the Saints. Although PJ Walker is their nickel. Is it Walker or PJ Wilson? I'm sorry. And, is it PJ Wilson or Williams? PJ Williams.
I have no idea. I can't. I don't
know. He's ass. But it doesn't matter. I'm not playing Jamison Crowder.
Yeah, it is. I'm just not trusting it. And the way you worded it, does Crowder have any upside? Like, that's where my definitive no came from. Like, no upside. Like, is he a desperation play? Yeah. Is he going to get some receptions and maybe 6-7 targets? Like, probably. But I don't think there's much upside there at all.
Does he have a floor? Maybe, right?
Yeah, like what? Like maybe 2 receptions, 15 yards, something like that. Maybe that's his floor.
Well, maybe I'd say his floor is like 6 points, maybe like 30 for 3 for 30.
Okay.
I mean,
and what up, Harvey? He said, what up? Looking for a flex start. Darrell Williams, Jermichael Hasty, KJ Osborne. I like KJ Osborne. I mean, but you wouldn't be a flex a lot, really, because I don't like Darrell Williams with the volume he's going to get. He'll be lucky if he touches the ball 10 times. And Jermichael Hasty, we got to wait.
You know what? He got involved pretty he got involved pretty good last week, but he kind of was hurting Clyde in the passing game. But
yeah. Well, I mean, he had 8 touches on the game. So that's what I mean. I think he'd be lucky to get 10 touches in this game.
I think the highest upside here is Osborne, but he also is the most volatile because Osborne's like a guy, he's like a field stretcher. He's not gonna slot into the Thielen role by any means. You know what I mean? Like, that's just not what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? He's not that type of receiver. And then Hasty, there's you gotta wait this thing out. There's too many variables to make that need to happen for him to be a solid play.
Joe Hayden is out, so that's one thing that we know. So at least the Steelers are down. They're better.
You know who's better than Joe Hayden? Whoever took on Rashad Bateman. Fuck Rashad Bateman.
Well, that's what I mean. And so, and that's who's going to be on Jefferson.
I secured a spot in one of my. I'm sorry, I'm talking my own shit right now. I could have secured a spot. And fucking Rashad Bateman couldn't get one catch, and I lose by 0.36 or 34, whatever it was. It fucking makes me angry. fuck Travis Homer too.
So yeah, I think we're both on the Osborne train a little bit, but it is a little bit boom bust, But all these guys are pretty much boom bust, and we won't know if Hasty's going to be a good play until Sunday, really.
And I fear him getting behind on a Sunday because this game is ground and pound. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One of those games, a short week. Like, it has the makings to be a shootout, right? Justin Jefferson, Deontay Johnson. You have weapons in the passing game. Tyler Conklin, Firemouth. You know what I mean? But then you have Najee Harris and Alexander Madison, and that's what they're going to try to do. You know what I mean? So I don't know if I want. You need Osborne to catch one, big one, early for you to feel comfortable. You can be waiting that whole game.
We're willing it into existence. I'm going to be there. I'm going to talk to him. We're going to make sure to get his shit right.
Super Draft Pro got you right there on the sideline.
And Big BS said, picked up the Chargers. I can use them week 16 against Houston. Got the Dolphins week 15. Hell yeah. So, I mean, I like them this week. And then, boom, Dolphins next week. And then week 16 with the Chargers. Hell yeah. I don't know.
Who said this?
Big BS.
Listen, Big BS. That's the way a champion thinks. Let's go.
Yeah. Got the next 3 weeks on defense. Sewed up.
Let's go.
And let me see. Austin said even with Ingram and AK route, Monty will still get out snap Tony. I mean, that was a little bit ago. Let me catch up here. And we're anyone has a question or something that needs to be answered right away, make sure you get it in as a super chat, okay? Because we're gonna be here maybe like 10 minutes, 15 minutes longer. That's it. And Will said, should I play Osborne on Thursday or wait to see if Hasty or Sony plays?
Okay, listen. This is what I'm doing. I'm coming off of the Osborne play. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But I'm not looking that way. Maybe that's my fault. I'm waiting the hasty thing down. And if Mitchell plays, I don't play Hasty. And then I go on and play Sony, who I would play whether Henderson plays or not. Because look at how last week turned out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. For this, if we got now two guys in the mix and Sony, we know that Henderson's dealing with that quad injury. And I mean, it's going to be a big game, but we're going to know more about those guys, Sony probably not until like Saturday or so, or Friday, because they got the Monday game. But yeah, I'm holding out for it. And Life and Sports Talk with Jake, AP is going to get dropped. Yes, sir. And Life and Sports Talk with Jake says Penny isn't worth a damn penny with his O-line. Hell yeah. Not worth a nothing. And Chandler says, I have Green Bay defense, but someone dropped AZ who plays Detroit in week 15. Think I should pick up AZ and take the loss this week. I clinched first already. Whew, this one's tough because I want to play Green Bay this week. And I know you said you clinched first already, but I guess I wouldn't want to drop Green Bay to let someone else swoop them either right now. But
you know what? I'll play. Just don't drop Green Bay. Just play them.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming there's no one else on his team that he wants that he wants to drop. Maybe what you do is wait until drop him after like drop him on Saturday or whatever if you can. If you think no one else is gonna pick up AZ. But yeah, I would do it. I would do it. You got to get ready for next week if you already got first clinched.
Yeah, because look at AZ against Detroit next week. We like that a lot.
Hell yeah.
I don't think Jared Goff just comes in here. He's like, I played them all the time. No, he's getting fucked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Who else? And then I like Green Bay. You got what's my man's name? Alexander, bruh. Jair. He coming back.
There you go. And another piece of news: Jair Alexander will return to practice today, first time since week 4. Oh yeah.
And like Rasul, what's his name? Douglas. Rasul Douglas. Man, he's been coming through from the Cardinals. You know what I mean? Like he's actually balling. Like now he gets to be a number 2. Like they're nasty, bro. Like they already have an aggressive front, and now you're gonna tighten up on the coverage more with Alexander. They're gonna get so much coverage sacks, it's gonna be ridiculous.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be nasty out there. And let's see. Nan Daddy said, assuming the main back is gone, pick one. Hilliard, Burkhead, Ty Johnson. Hilliard, and it's not even close.
Yeah, just drop those other guys and go grab defenses and maybe other handcuffs if they're available.
Yes, sir.
There's probably no other handcuffs available if he's holding on to Burkhead in there. But yeah, I would drop those guys. You don't need them.
Yep.
Let someone else be foolish and pick those guys up. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. And Anna said, standard 2RB league, they call me a hoarder because I have Najee, Hunt, Connor, Madison, and Michelle. Hell yeah. Thinking about dropping Hunt for Stevenson if Harris is out for at least 3 weeks. Hamstring can be tricky.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no one else. There's no one else that you can drop besides them. Who give us the rest of your team, Anna. Who else do you have on the bench there?
And they say hoarder. I say smart.
Yeah. I say keeping your pockets filled.
Yeah, you got to keep your pockets loaded. You know what I mean? Straps on deck. You feel me?
Oh, yeah. And Kaysen said, should I start the Broncos or the Panthers?
Broncos. Divisional matchup. Anything can happen. I like
Broncos are going up against the Lions.
Yeah.
Oh, the other one. Falcons and Panthers.
Yeah, you never know. Matt Ryan could come out and be like, hey, forget about it. I'm going to throw 3 touchdowns on him. You know, we don't want that.
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, and speaking of the Lions, Dan Campbell said that Swift is improving, quote unquote, but there is still no update on the status for his return.
What's up, buddy?
But now, after one win, Are they saying it?
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah. Listen, I made the phone call, bro. And they didn't pick up, though. You know what I mean? But I'm trying to make the phone call. I need Swifty McVay, bro. Coming out of Detroit. You see what I did there?
Yep. And Sir Bong's a lot in the building. Said he's at lunch. What up, bro?
Yeah. What do you think? Like, I envision him like having like a big ass like pothead feast every lunch.
I hope so. That'd make the story a lot cooler.
A pothead feast is like, a burger and a slice of pizza and like, hella bags of chips. You know what I mean? 2-liter soda.
Hey, I hope so. I hope so. Makes the story better either way.
Your bong's lie. And if it's not true, my version is better.
And Nan Daddy says, start one, Burrow or Hill at QB. I'm going Hill.
Yeah, I'm going Hill. He's going to run that ball 50 times.
Yeah, and if he doesn't get to 50 and he only gets you 25 or 30, you're still going to be very happy.
Listen, I think 46 as a team total rushes is the record this year so far, right? That's the most. Bro, they're going to take it to 47, bro.
They could, yeah, because, man, I mean, Kamara, I assume Kamara is going to have close to 25 touches. I mean, it's going to be the Kamara Hill game. They're going to be playing off of each other all game.
Yeah.
So hopefully both of them combine somewhere for 50 touches.
And, here's the thing with Taysom Hill. He exists to piss off Alvin Kamara owners when he vultures it down there at the goal line. You know what I mean? Because that's what Taysom Hill's also good for. So I will go with Hill here. It's very risky, but we're banking on the rushing.
Yep. Triple X Lex said, is Kadarius Toney droppable? He's been droppable, bro.
I just did it before I got on this show earlier. I said, fuck him.
Yeah. The only places I had him in redraft, I dropped him already.
I had him in one spot. And it was one of those things. He was in my IR, and then I had to make a move, and you can't do anything on sleeper. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck you, Tony. He's gonna hurt himself anyway.
So funny. And Antonio said, chilling, drinking a beer. Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah, liquid lunch. Oh, it's actually like afternoon or early evening for them, huh? Oh,
yep. Second Take Extra said Harden is going to be great tonight. No KD, and he's going back to H-Town. Let's get it, bro. Let's get it.
I like that.
Hell yeah. Let's go. And Antonio said, have fun at the game tomorrow. Huss and JC, go Vikings, and JJ. Let's go. And Chandler said, good idea. I'll drop them Saturday, especially if you don't think anyone's going to pick up AZ in your league. Yeah, just wait. Drop them Saturday, and then you got
doing that. Wait, actually, I didn't know the context. How come he couldn't hold on to both?
I'm assuming so. Yeah, but he said drop Green Bay. He said he's already got first place clinched.
Yeah, Green Bay. I mean, Green Bay against Baltimore is a solid play. Like, you know what I mean? Like they got some games on the docket the rest of the way that I would like it, but I mean, I guess, you know what I'm saying? Because I to be honest, I'll play Arizona against Matt Stafford. I don't give a fuck. Matt Stafford gonna throw a pick or two. You know what I
mean? I'm playing him this week in the Tyrannosaurus Flex League.
You feel me?
Yeah, and I need those points. I gotta win and outscore Bogart by 15 points so I can snatch up first place.
And I want to cure world hunger. You know what I'm saying? It's just some things that we can't do in life, man.
I think I outscored you by that much last week.
Yeah.
Let me go check, at least for my psyche, real quick here. Let me see. I had 180. You had 167. Oh man, see, that'd be close. It comes down to like 13 points. I might be in.
You know what? You know why I fucked up? I bogarted myself on that one. I had Tyler Conklin in there, and I dropped him in fear that I wouldn't have Robinson, so I grabbed Carlos Hyde.
Oh, you know what? And I'm even wrong about the points anyways. I was looking at our points against, which are very, very close. But no, points for, yeah, you got me by 30. Yeah, you got me by 54 points. So that's going to be tough to be Bogard by 54 points.
You know what's sad, bro? I have a bye week on the line in the Tyrannosaurus Flex. Then I have a bye week on the line. Like where I'm playing the guy, I'm either third or first or second. I'm playing hard to start Kev in the hard to start super flex, and we got a bye on the line. You know what I mean? And like here, this is what always happens to me. I'm texting back and forth with Kev, and he's like, "I'm playing you," and I'm also playing him for when I'm in the playoffs in the Smoky Bogey Invitational, right? Because I played week 1 and there's in all those leagues. So now here I am playing him again, and he's like, "You always beat me, Bogey, this and that. And I don't like it. You always own me." Well, his words too, and I'm like, "Man, fuck." Because this is how it always happens. Now you're going to exact revenge on me when it fucking hurts the most.
Let's go.
It's the story of my fantasy life, right?
That would be so nice if Steamboat just comes and gets you. Because he's playing, because if he beats you, you don't got to buy. This is big time. Like for a number 1 seed right now, I'm going up against a 12th place team.
But if it's my destiny to get to the chip, however it happens is my path.
Definitely. I just love the idea of potentially having the number 1 seed here and Bogey having a way tougher route to week 17 than me.
It's never easy for me. I almost fear the one. You know what I hate? When you have a bye week and I'm watching all my players go off. I'm like, damn it. Because it's like you want your players coming off a bad week, right? So they're in bounce back position instead of like, the lower probable outcome of them repeating like blow up affairs. You know what I mean?
Yep. Chandler said, "What's the earliest you can drop someone? No one else can pick them up, play them in time for Sunday. If it's 2-day waivers, that's going to be Saturday at 3 a.m. Eastern or 12 noon.
Here's the earliest you could do it after midnight on Friday.
Yeah,
because you're already into Saturday, so that'll count.
Unless you're on the East Coast, then you got to wait until 3.
Set your alarm 2:59 a.m.
Hell yeah.
Cut the cards.
Sounds good. Second Take X-Ray said, do the first one that I did. Let's read that out for everyone. I'm going to go post this. I'm get this posted. Everyone who's in Discord and stuff, I'll make sure to post this. But he said Harden for another guard, Norman Powell, Luka, Jason Tatum, because I know Jaylen Brown, Sabonis, the Greek Freak, and Jokic.
I should probably let me screenshot this. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. And now I gotta set an alarm to remind me to set that lineup.
There we go. And Sir Bongs a lot said bacon burger with a cookie in it. You savage. There we go.
Yeah.
That's shit.
That is awesome.
Water and some giant chewy nerds. There we go. That makes the story even better.
Yeah, and you see, here's the thing: is I envision him with like a jug of water, and he's just shoving all of the candies in there, and then the water is awesome.
And Anna said Aaron Rodgers, Taysom, Corduroy, Debo, Van Jefferson, Renfro, Russell Gage, 1 QB and 3 wide receiver format. This is what I got regarding the Stevenson question. Also, Ian Osborne. Okay, so these are all your bench players. That's what you're saying? Because I asked you for your bench players. These are all your bench players? Damn, I mean... Do we dare drop Van Jefferson, Renfro, or Gage? I mean, that's really what it comes down to.
Yeah, I mean, what's the pickup though? We're dropping to pick up who?
Who was it again? Hold on, let me try to find it. To pick up Stevenson.
Okay, I'll get rid of Gage. They're playing Carolina this week. He's gonna if he's the guy on film, they're like.
Oh wait, so Anna said no. Okay, well, who's your bench, Anna? Give us just the players that are on your bench right now.
It's probably a shallower league or a shallower bench. That's why, like, she was talking about Kareem Hunt, even, remember?
Okay, so here's the bench: Van Jefferson, Renfro, Gage, and Taysom. Okay, perfect.
If she has a starting, if you want to keep all those pieces, I'm fine with cutting the QB. If not, it's Gage for me.
Yeah, I don't want to drop Taysom right now because someone could pick him up, and I think with his rushing floor, he could finish as a top 12 QB. I want him on my bench if before I give him to release him to the Wolves.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just saying I'll get rid of the 12 gauge. I mean, this week he's gonna get at minimum Stephon Gilmore, right?
Yeah.
Maybe Stephon Gilmore goes on Pitts. Probably. I don't know how they're gonna handle that. I haven't really paid too much attention to how Carolina does their thing on defense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but especially if I don't see Gage as someone who's going to be getting off the blocks real quick with like super short routes, and I think that's something that Carolina forces you, with Reddick and Brian Burns and shit, and they're in there quick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
this week's definitely going to be bad for them.
That's right. They do got now. It's funny how like a week seems like forever ago, huh?
Yeah.
It's like fuck, the Panthers are coming back.
And Sir Bongsalot said, followed by a dab out of the what is this? The Utilitarian 5? Is that how you pronounce it? I like it.
It sounds expensive.
Yeah. Smokey the Cat said Miami or Green Bay in week 15. Miami all the way versus the Jets.
Yeah.
Number one. That's my number one defense for week 15 is Miami. Coming off the bye too, getting healthier. Yeah. Big Perm. What up, Big Perm? Said I've got Mahomes and I kind of want to trade him. Do you have any suggestions what to trade for him? I can't really do trades like that in a vacuum because like it's all dependent on someone who like needs a QB, someone who likes Patrick Mahomes at this point after like his worst game of the season.
Dynasty.
It's not. I'm sure this is redraft.
See if it's redraft. I'm going step one. I'm going to the person that's hella trying to get in, or then. And see what he needs. If he needs QB, but that person might not buy Mahomes. Actually, you need the person that buys Mahomes. Let me rephrase this: the person that buys Mahomes right now is somebody who's actually competing like strong, like maybe even the bye week person. You might do that, and your league might not like that either.
Yeah, like you might not like that. That's what's tough at this point. Like you're gonna.
I think this guy's in desperation, or else why would you sell Mahomes, right?
Well, even putting the word "kinda" in there, I kinda want to trade him. That doesn't reek of desperation for me.
You know what though? If you are in desperation, I'm just looking at every team that needs a better QB. Like, say there's a motherfucker out there and he has like Taylor Heineke. You'd be like, bro, you really gonna play Taylor Heineke? Even though he's not bad. I'm just saying, like. That's the person that'd be like, yeah, I'll take Mahomes, right? Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You have Taylor Heineke or Tua or a fucking, you know what I mean?
It depends on who he's going to want for him too, because right now Heineke is serviceable enough. He's a high end QB too. So in a one QB, that's what it is in a one QB league. These QBs don't hold that much value.
The rushing ones do.
Well, yeah. Mahomes isn't a rushing QB.
Nah.
So yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know what you're gonna do.
Mahomes is barely a QB this year.
Yeah, I said I'm in second place right now. I think you're living by the sword, you're dying by the sword. But I doubt Patrick Mahomes has too many games where the wind is like ridiculous, like it was last week.
Yo, pull up the Chiefs schedule, bro. I know they got a cake schedule.
Let's see. So they got the Raiders this week, and then they got the Chargers next week, then the Steelers the week after, and then the Bengals in week 17.
Let's fucking go. You know what I mean? That's fire, bro. Because those are also teams that can put up points and necessitate Patrick Mahomes throwing the ball. Remember I was texting you on Sunday. I was like, and he's beat him 7 straight, right? The Broncos, right? But I was like, he averages like 14 points in fantasy against them. You know what I mean? And I was like, I don't expect a big blow up game at all. Then you added the wind, and then they have a hell of a kicker. Boom, play defense. They get a score, fucks it all up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You look at the rest of the schedule. At least there's some QBs over there that could make it a game. See, that's the thing. Teddy B sucked too. Like, you know what I mean?
Dang, see, here's one that's tough too. And Antonio said, Hustler, you want Mahomes in WWF 3? Of course I want him. Now, here's the thing that's tough because in that league, I believe I'm in first place, if I'm not mistaken.
Man, you better get Mahomes.
So, but I'm this is a heavy QB league, so I'm there because I got Burrow and Rodgers. That's who I got starting right now. What am I? I'm gonna have to come up if I'm gonna have to come up on off of some starters that I have right now. That makes it a little bit tough. Because look, here's my lineup right now: Burrow, Jacobs, Hunt, Adams, Chase, Jamar Chase, Chris Godwin, Javante, Chuba, George Kittle, Aaron Rodgers. That's my offense.
Yeah, you probably just stay put.
Yeah, because I have nobody. There's nobody on my bench who I want to crack this roster right now, crack my starting roster.
This is the one you traded up a couple times, huh?
No, this is actually the one I traded back. I traded Mahomes away. I traded the first overall pick away to Antonio, and he had the number 12. So, or 10, or I can't remember, something like that.
Listen, as a Sagittarius, when I make a trade that I regret, I swear I'm always trying to double back to make it right. I think that's what he's doing right here. He's like, make it right. It was never supposed to happen.
So there was a trade that happened in this league, and it was me and TJ. So he's got Carson Wentz on the bye, and Watson is his other QB, and Mike Glennon is who he has as the starter. I pick up Jake Fromm in that league, and then he sends me a trade, 2023 third rounder. So it's in the morning, and I was like, can you do anything in 2022? And then I see the news, but I didn't cancel it or anything. I left it there. And then we see the news about Mike Glennon, how he's probably going to start. And I was like, well, let me just accept this right now. Let me get that extra 2023 third real quick.
Hey, that's kind of grimy, but it's not.
I mean, it is what it is.
Play the game the way it's supposed to be played.
Yeah. Damn. Okay, this is crazy. Here it goes right here. So I didn't remember what I got with the picks from Antonio. And Antonio said it right here. You got Rodgers and Burrow in that first. So that's what you're talking about, right? That I got Rodgers and Burrow with those two picks.
Yeah, I'm not even in that league, and I'm hating. I'm like that.
I mean, that's just the way that
sucks, man.
This league is more competitive than any other dynasty league, though. The top 8 teams are still in it. Not one team is clinched. 8-5 is I'm the top seed with 8-5. Top 4 are 8-5, and then 5 through 8 are all 7-6.
Just can't lose this week. That's it.
Yep, and the number 5 team is actually the leading point getter right now. So it's crazy. And I've been I won this past week. Luckily, I'm playing someone who's got a couple people on bye this week, but yeah, it's this is gonna be tough. This one's coming down to the wire. So yeah, if I'm if I win, I'm the number 1 seed, and that's all we can ask for. Let's get it. All right. Oh, and Antonio said, I don't remember the trade. Oh, okay. And said, you got Rodgers and Burrow as your QBs, your first place. Okay, that's not the trade. Okay. I could go back and look. All right. And Antonio said, TJ offered me Carter for Mahomes, then Pollard for Mahomes. Yeah, see, that's what sucks. Like, I'm not saying that I would offer something like that, but that's almost why I'm kind of saying I'm even out on a trade like that. It would only be picks that I would be able to put in.
You know what's crazy is like, it's like it is super flex league. That's a stupid. Like, I'm not saying that's stupid, but like, who would do that? Like,
nobody would.
Yeah, I'm expecting like if you're gonna move a high end quarterback, like he's trying to get Burrow back or something. Like, you know what I mean? It's not just like, hey, here's him and don't give me a QB. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because obviously, like, I mean,
you'd be ruined for years in that type of league. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean. I do have an extra first round pick, now that I could hand back to you. We could get that going, but it would really be like, guys, it would be, guys like Rashad Bateman, Gabriel Davis. Shit, for Mahomes, I'd be willing to do like, a couple picks plus like a handful of IDP players. So if you're not stacked on IDP, But yeah, it would really be, the pick that you'd be getting back from me in the first. That would be your QB pickup. I wouldn't even have a QB to put back in the mix.
Yeah. No, but also too, who did he say offered him Pollard for Mahomes? He said TD did.
TJ.
Oh, TJ. Yeah, that's a dumbass offer.
Yeah. So I don't know. I would rather not even offer someone something like that because then people are just going to remember that and be like, man, you only sent me bullshit. Like I'd rather talk about some bullshit offers, see if anything sticks, versus sending bullshit offers that people remember you for. Oh shit, I got Trey Lance in this league.
There you go.
Boom. Hey, if we do something with first round pick, me throwing in Trey Lance, something like that, boom. If that's something you're interested in, Antonio, I totally forgot. I haven't even had to take Lance out of the taxi squad in this league because I've been rolling with Burrow and Rodgers the whole way. And Lance hasn't been playing anyways, so I just left him in there even the couple games he played. All right. And Vanessa said, how long does concussion protocol take? 5 days. I've got Keenan Allen and Tevin Coleman. They are pretty much out. Yeah, they are.
Yeah, and Tevin Coleman's probably someone like you're probably better off without.
What up, Chase? What's going on, bro? Said afternoon, gang. And Antonio said my QBs are Mahomes, Trevor, and Carr. Well, there you go. So, it's up to you. That would be something that that's how I would start off that trade. You tell me if you want to work it farther than that. But Trey Lance and a first rounder, and you know which first round it is. It's not mine because that would be the low end. I'll give you the higher one, and that's kind of how we can go backwards on that. And we'll see what happens. All right, let's see. Any more questions in here before we get up out of here? Evan said, start one, Cam, Carr, Taylor Heineke, or Taysom Hill. I'm going Hill.
I'm going Heineke against he might get a couple turnovers, but like this could be a game that's high scoring. Like it has all the elements I wanted.
Get your hand off my Heine, baby. And Anna said, if my starters are out the rest of the season, who's a better prospect, P. Ryan or Stevenson? Already hit that like, yo, hell yeah, hit it. Stevenson, let's go.
Stevenson could be a league winner when P. Ryan is a plug-and-play guy when Mixon's hurt.
Yep. And Jonathan said, thoughts on Guyton with Mike Will and Keenan out. Is Mike Williams out?
Nah.
Okay. Guyton.
Hold on. What?
Hold on. Let me go. Let me go check. I know maybe he said with Mike Will and Keenan is out. So I don't think the and is what separates Mike Williams and Keenan, right, in the statement. And so Guyton's all right. It's one of those things where we don't know what the hell they're going to be doing.
Here's the thing. Like, because
he's on COVID. Yeah, he got put on the COVID list.
Who, Mike?
Oh, shit. That just happened right now.
Mike Williams?
Yeah.
Oh, see, this is how Steamboat's going to get me in that league. He picked up Guyton. He probably saw that before me. Because all of a sudden, like this before I did the show, he picked up Guyton. I was like, this motherfucker. Because now I'm going to be without, that's crazy. I'm still going to get him. He can't stop me. He can't stop me, bro.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Got a destiny, bro. If we got more questions, I'm down to answer them all. But as soon as I get up, I got some things to do.
Yeah, we're about to get up out of here. Oh man, the guy who I'm going against.
Are you in the protocol?
And I pulled it up on Sleeper and it said 3 minutes ago. So like Jonathan must have asked this like literally like the minute that it popped on Sleeper.
Okay, yes, I like Guyton. They're playing, but see, here's the thing too. Joshua Palmer is the guy I like to be like, like the PPR guy. They play more the Keenan Allen role. You know what I mean? They're playing the Giants, so it could be a ton more running on them. You know what I mean? Because they suck against the run, and they're actually decent on the pass. They don't give up big plays, and that's what Jalen Guyton is. Because before I knew Mike Williams was out, I was going to say it's going to be Mike Williams, and then Jalen Guyton on the other side, and then in and out of slot will be Joshua Palmer.
All right, we got to rapid fire this because we got to get out of here. I got to get up out of here specifically, but also Chris Harris Jr. is on COVID reserve as well. And Vanessa said, I feel like all these quarterbacks have great matchups. Please pick 2. And we got Taysom Hill, Cam Newton, Bridgewater, and Tannehill. Is Guyton worth a pickup? Yes. Go pick up Guyton. Go do that right now. Yeah. And I'm saying Taysom and Cam.
I'm saying Tannehill and Taysom. Oh shit, Cam Newton's in there. Yeah, I'll say Cam and Tannehill.
Let's go. And Chase said Barkley, Mitchell, McLaurin, or Patterson. Sit one. I hate sitting Patterson, but I'm tempted to go Mitchell over him if he plays. I think the injury is going to take care of this more one way or another. But yeah, I'm sitting Patterson if everyone's playing here.
Yeah.
M. Dave said Conklin or Seals Jones. Conklin.
Yep.
Who is the Greek freak? How do we pronounce his name, Bogard?
I mean, shit. I just call him the Greek freak, bro.
Oh, damn it! What the hell? Adakumbo. Right? What the hell is his first name? Let me go see. I'm just pull him up real quick because I can't remember how to say his name. It's the guy with the crazy ass long name. That's what it is.
The Bucks.
Yeah, G Adetokumbo, Giannis Adetokumbo. The long ass name that starts with an A and ends with an O that you have no idea how to pronounce it.
Call him Giannis.
Giannis. And yeah, see all the nicknames. That's what gets me too. And Lucius said Ertz or Conklin. I'm going Conklin and then Sutton or MVS.
I'm gonna go Ertz over Conklin on that one.
Let's see. And Russell said still sitting Herbert with both his still starting Herbert with both his wide receivers out.
Fuck yeah.
Yep, because you saw it last year when he had wide receivers out. He was just hitting everybody. It didn't matter who, making practice squad guys look dope. So who's the guy who you've been pounding the drum for? Palmer, right?
Yep. Listen, it's funny because if you notice in this past minute, I'm like trying not to bring his name up as much as possible. I'm like, no one, whoever's watching, don't get Josh Palmer before me.
Please don't, right? Please don't. I'm going to pick him up in one league right now, real quick.
Oh, you're doing it. I'm out.
No, not in a league where we're in together.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't do that to you. Not in a league we're in together. But as soon as we get off, no, this is that league that I told you about where I'm in first place, but everyone's like not separated by a lot. Yep. Yeah. That one. That is that one.
Yeah,
so
go kill them good.
I got to get this win, and I lock up the 1 seed. If I don't, I'm probably not a first round bye. All right, and M. Dave said, need one for the flex. Chuba, KJ Osborne, Russell Gage, Sony Michelle. For reference, I'm starting Henderson. Thanks, y'all. I mean, you're starting Henderson if he plays.
I'm just going to go Chuba, and then instead of starting Henderson, I'm starting Michelle, bro.
Yeah.
Michelle's going to get more work.
And the person just texted me that I'm playing. He said, hey, I'll play Guyton in the flex if you play Palmer in the flex. I'm going to have to play him. I'm probably going to have to play Palmer in the flex regardless.
And watch it be a motherfucking Stevenson game or whatever. What's that guy, Stevens? That fucking
it could be any of them. Parham.
And Stevens and then Jared Cook, who's also fucking awful. He's related to the awfulers. Fuck him.
And Anna said Taysom or Rodgers to start this week. I'm thinking Rodgers, but Taysom is so tempting. Yeah, I'm still going Rodgers. At home. We'll be back with later info this week. I ain't playing Thursday, so don't worry about it. Triple X Lex, Tony Pollard missed practice. Anything to worry about? They came out and said there's nothing to worry about, so I'm not worrying on a Wednesday.
They don't want anything to happen to their guy who they're about to give hella work to.
Yep. Chandler said Ayuk or Foreman at the flex. I'm going the safe play of Foreman. Safer play.
Jags. Yeah, I'm with you.
And let's see here. Oh, man. Okay, well, so David Montgomery's not practicing. Neither is Akeem Hicks. Melvin Gordon practiced today. Justin Fields is going to start this week. Both Tyrod and Davis Mills are practicing. A little confusing there. And Richard Sherman designated to come back from IR, and there's rumors that they may be getting him some reps at safety.
Remember I said that?
Yep.
Run him at like have it be the third safety that also plays nickel and shit.
Yep.
Yeah. Hell
yeah. All right, we're getting up out of here. Bogart. Or well, actually, we'll hook up Anna last one. Have Knox tight end rest of the season. Would you drop him for Conklin rest of the season?
I would try to acquire Conklin and have both of them.
Yeah.
Because I want both of them. Keep them away from your opponents too.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and if I had both of them, I'm playing Knox over Conklin this week. They're going up against the Bucks.
Let's do it. Yeah. And Bogart, tell them everything where it's going on, where to find you at. Looks like there's a bunch of people on Facebook watching right now too.
Yep. Shit, man. You follow me at the GMM Network and subscribe to GMM Network on YouTube. Earth is my turf.
Hell yeah. And for everyone who wants one-on-one advice, because these Q&As are awesome, but you better know that they're going to get real crazy come playoff time, and people may have to wait, a little while, things like that. If you go get signed up on Patreon, you get to cut the line all the time, or just get join as a YouTube member. But for Patreon, fantasyfootballhustler.com, go get signed up there. You got to be in Patreon to get into these playoff leagues that we're doing. The NFL playoff fantasy football. It is going down.
I'm going to strike out, though. I got to go make these claims.
We're out. Peace out, everybody.